Joe Christovec for HorsePlayerNow.com, joining you from the Night School chalkboard. And we'd like to thank all of you who attended and participated last week. It was a great debut for Night School here in 2011, and it's only going to get better from here. Now, just a reminder, if you pop a question or a comment into the chat room, it goes into a queue for the Night School Dean to review. So if you don't see that question or comment pop up right away, you kind of know why. We want to make sure the timing is right. We want to make sure that it's relevant to what we're talking about. So if you do pop in a question or a comment, just be patient. Now, last week was an introduction of sorts. We're going to have much more pointed topics moving forward. Lots of great feedback from last week, especially from many of you beginners out there. You want to be able to understand the game a little bit better. So we took your recommendations into consideration, and we decided to designate Jeremy Plunk from Horseplayer Now as the Night School Beginner's Host. So if you're a beginner, if you're new to the game, pay attention to what Jeremy has to say. Follow his responses closely while taking in what you can from the other experts. But if you're new to the game, in this chat room, in the Night School, Jeremy Plunk is your man. Now, tonight's Night School topic is class. Word of many definitions, okay? Participating in Night School, essentially, you're taking a class. In horse racing, class has a couple of different meanings. There are class levels. Now, in this game, there are very structured and methodical ways of putting races together, a variance of class levels. It's what makes the sport competitive and bettable. You can't have the fastest horse on the racetrack running against the slowest horses on the racetrack. Otherwise, the race is going to be boring and no one's going to want to bet on it. So we take class levels, put horses where they belong, and make the races competitive. Now, there's also the class of a horse. People say that horse is classy. What exactly does that mean? Well, for me, a classy horse has a big heart and they compete well against a high level of competition. Class means a little something different to everybody who's involved in horse racing. And in the next hour, we're going to find out how our panelists and video guests perceive class. The third half hour, we're going to do the jump ball and open up the discussion to anything that you want to talk about in regards to horse racing. Put it on the table. We'll do our best to discuss it and answer those questions during the jump ball session. What's that noise? The bell is rung. Must be time for class.